This is the end of our convention season. We've been to Boston, Seattle, San Diego, and New York Ross. My name is Francis. I run events here at Capcom. It's my pleasure to introduce you to the World of Capcom panel. We have a little tradition. We like to make some noise, let all the other halls know if we're having the best panel. Okay? So I have this half to really give me a cap, really loud. Okay? This half to give me a calm, really loud. Let's do it 3 times. Ready? Go.
Capcom! 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 Come!
I love you guys. We're going to go right into it. Thank you.
We're going to kick things up by showing the latest trailer for Street Fighter Cross Tekken on the PlayStation Vita. So the most important thing about this, it's not just a port of the console experience. The dev team has been hard at work trying to pack in as many Vita exclusive features as possible. So this game comes standard with 12 new character DLC that brings the entire roster up to 55 playable characters. There is cross-play functionality between both the PlayStation and the Vita. Additionally, if you haven't purchased that new content on your PS3, you can transfer the 12 new character data over to your PS3 version free of charge. Additionally, we wanted to sweeten the deal, so we threw in all of the alternate costumes for the core roster of 38 characters. If you pre-order the game, you can get the remainder 12. So the remainder of the costume is giving you the entire set. As far as Vita exclusive features goes, it supports front and rear touchpad capability, PlayStation Near costume trading. There's a new feature called KO Monument, which allows you to take pictures of your opponents online after you beat them and put together a trophy collection. So there's a ton of new stuff in there. It's definitely the ultimate version of the game, so check it out when it comes out October 23rd. Yeah. iOS devices. This one has been completely retooled for just the iPad and the iPhone, so the controls have been way simplified, so it's really easy to jump in and just start playing. It's available now. It has a special introductory price of $2.99. We've got the first 3 Ace Attorney games coming to iOS devices. The first 2 episodes are going to be completely free, so you can go in and test it out. All the graphics have been completely redone in HD, and it now uses touchscreen controls, so there's some new stuff like everyone object mode. That's going to be coming out this fall.
Talking about Marvel vs. Capcom Origins. We just released this just a little while back. You can see kind of behind this, there's some tribute artwork that we made. If any of you recognize the X-Men #1 by Jim Lee. It's kind of so we're going to go into a trailer right now, and this is our launch trailer. So, as you can see in the trailer, Marvel vs. Capcom Origins features 2 games, Marvel Superheroes and Marvel vs. Capcom 1. 2 very different games, but both, as you can see from the trailer, very crazy games, and very fun. If you're an old arcade rat like myself, you would have played those quite a bit. But they have a lot of new features on the Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network. In addition to just being able to experience kind of what was the origin of the Marvel vs. Capcom brand, for those who are familiar with NYCC, there's also the same classic gameplay, but with upgraded graphics. You can choose different sorts of filters and viewing modes, make it look like an old arcade cabinet. There's replay saving, there's dynamic challenges, and you can unlock points in our vault system where you can get characters, artwork, all sorts of goodies, and online play with 8-person lobby support, and it uses GGPO netcode, which has been really positively received. It was said by some players to be the best netcode of any kind of game ever, so we're quite proud of that. And the game is available now, and if you actually go play it at our booth, the Capcom booth 2120, you can actually get a double-sided poster which features 2 more of our tribute artworks that we created. One which is based on the Infinity Gauntlet #1 comic book cover, and the other which is based on the Mega Man 2 box art. And you can see that up here. So if you play the game, you get a free poster out of the deal. And if you have played the game and you have any sort of feedback on it, you can actually contact us, because the developers are listening, and the folks who make this Iron Galaxy, they are continually committed to improving the fighting experience. So if you have any feedback, you can email them at nbcofeedback@capcom.com. And not only will that go to improve Marvel vs. Capcom Origins, but it will also go to improve future products. And speaking of future products, we have another title. It's called Darkstalkers Resurrection. Also done by Iron Galaxy. It takes 2 classic games and brings them to new life. And so we'll look at a trailer right now. So hot!
From world beyond human comprehension, Tune to Xbox Live, PlayStation
Just by a show of applause or shouting, how many Darkstalkers fans do we have in the audience? Awesome. So, Darkstalkers Resurrection is probably one of the most requested games we've been getting in terms of, we put out a question to people when we originally put out Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition saying, what games do you want us to bring back? And it was really clear, the number one game that came back was Darkstalkers series. We want to see these brought back. And so we've done that. And we brought Night Warriors, which is essentially the second game in the series, and Darkstalkers 3 into the new generation, and with a ton of new features. Additionally, what is kind of one of the coolest parts about Darkstalkers is the characters. It has probably the richest collection of characters from any fighting game. It has characters from like mythology, folklore, and old classic horror tropes. And as you can see here, we actually got new artwork done by Stanley Archer and Lau, who some of you may know online. And he did the key art, he did a lot of great art. And all these little pieces we will be releasing throughout our, as we talk about the campaign as the months go on. But let's talk about some of the features. So, if you've never played a Darkstalkers game before, it's its own unique kind of brand. It has the 6-button layout of a Street Fighter game, but also has some crazy elements like air dashing, air blocking, like a Marvel vs. Capcom, but it's still its own thing. And so if you're familiar with any of those games, you'll grow to be comfortable with Darkstalkers. And if you played any of the games like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition or NYCC Origins, it has all the features that are in there, but better. Every single piece of the fan feedback has been taken into consideration, and they have been fine-tuned in order to make this the best experience possible. So we have upscale visuals, we have an even better version of the GPO netcode than we already have. We have replay sharing, including YouTube replay sharing, so you can upload your replays directly to YouTube from the game. We have spectator mode, you can watch by yourself, you can watch with other people and chat about it. There's in-game rewards, and there's also a challenge mode in the game, which is better than what we've done before. Before, you may know challenge mode as being like, first, hit one punch, and then the next challenge is do this 19-hit combo that you'll never be able to do in an actual match. Whereas this time, it's actually meant to be more of a tutorial system, so if you've never played the game, it actually tells you how these are practical in a match, so that you can actually use them as you're playing other people. So a lot of good stuff, whether you're an experienced Darkstalkers player or someone who's just jumping into it. So Darkstalkers Resurrection is coming early 2013, but you can actually play it today. We have it at our booth at 2120, or you can go to room 1B01, and if you go to other places, I don't know if we have any more today, but we'll have more.
No. I played it and got it.
We're out today? Okay. Come back tomorrow. And we will give you one of these beautiful Darkstalkers headbands. I think there's some people, anyone wearing one?
Right here.
Stand up. Yeah. There you go. You can see them right there. So the cool thing about that is if you just walk around the convention, all the Capcom staff have little tickets that they will give to you, and they will, you can fill that out, and if you go to our room 1B01, you can put that in with your information, and you have a chance to win one of 50 copies of the game for free when it comes out. So that's a pretty cool thing. And we also have posters by Stanley Lau, and I think while supplies last, I think we might have some left today if there's any more after the sign-ins. So come by the booth, play the game, and enjoy.
So I'm just sitting here talking about Kami HD, so we have some Kami fans in the crowd. Let's perform and start with the trailer. is the sort of classic iconic experience brought to new life in HD. So if any of you haven't played it, it is a beautiful, charming game, and you definitely should, and this is a perfect opportunity to. This isn't full native 1080p. The team that did this really went above and beyond in terms of enhancing the visuals. We normally don't do a full 1080p sort of price for this, but this time they did. And they did some of the texture work and some of the models, and they really kind of, again, went above and beyond. This is also compatible with PlayStation Move, so if you guys are Move fans out there, this will work with that. Move is optional, so if you want, you can insert the DualShock controller as well. And then lastly, we do have trophy support on this as well, so full platform support, which is nice. Not all of the products get that, but something else out there. So, this will be out October 30th on PSN. So by the booth, we are giving out headbands as well as posters. If your head is occupied with a Darkstalkers headband, I found that actually do fit together. So if you want to give them a drop to some sweet wings, you can do that.
Like my colleagues, we do the trailing.
I wanted to get it, but I wanted to see how comical. I like the comic.
He's sterilizing the area.
So Resident Evil 6, the game is actually available now. As of October 2nd, which is about a week and a half ago. Just for everyone, to get everyone up to speed, a little bit of background info on the game. It's an absolutely huge game, as you see from the trailer. A lot of love was put into it. Tons of teams all around the world, like working together just to get this great game out to you guys. So a little bit around the story. The story is absolutely huge. We have not only one, not two, not three, but 4 different campaigns you can play as. It starts out with 3 main campaigns starring series returns Leon S. Kennedy, Chris Redfield, and a new character, David Mueller, who is actually Albert Wester's son, if you remember him. If you beat all 3 of those, you actually unlock a final 4th campaign, which takes long. I'll go a little bit deeper about which one's about it. So it's not cool. The whole story tells the story of a global sea virus outbreak. There is a new virus called the sea virus. Tons of new zombies, tons of new enemies coming from there. But all of our heroes are scattered all around the planet. Leon starts off in Tall Oaks. Jake is in Estonia, Eastern Europe. Chris is in China. But all their stories work together to tell this global outbreak story. What's cool is not only the stories are different, but the gameplay styles are also different. So Leon S. Kennedy, for fans of the older series, or the older style of Resident Evil, you're going to be walking through navigating dark corridors. You're not going to have much ammo. Zombies are back, finally. So we got a lot of those really creepy moments, that really atmospheric type of horror for you guys. Chris Redfield is another campaign story with his new partner Piers Niddens. His campaign is a little more geared towards action, the RE5 style of play. We're going to be kind of like blockbuster type of action. You're going to get some heavy weapons. We also have a new enemy type of Joabo that's actually going to mutate. There's tons of those guys in that campaign that are going to mutate to different types of enemies and overrun your team. Third campaign, Jake Mueller, like I mentioned, he's the son of Albert Wester. He's actually paired up with Sherry Birkin. If you remember from Part 2, he's a much smaller guy. Jake Mueller's is a little bit of a hybrid experience, but also I like to put in there's a little bit of pursuit gameplay. You guys remember Resident Evil 3? Constantly the Nemesis was chasing you. A little bit of the same experience. We have the Ustanok in Resident Evil 6. We're going to be all over you. So Jake has a key to solving the sea virus, or curing the sea virus in his blood. So tons of these organizations are chasing after the entire time. So him and Sherry are on the run the entire time. And then, like I mentioned before, if you beat all 3 of those, which is a pretty hefty feat. You'll unlock the final chapter, which is Ada's. It's a solo experience. It's a little bit of a spy type of gameplay, a little bit of stealth, but action, of course, too. What the first story does is kind of tie up the loose ends of the plot, so you get like a complete experience at the very end of the game. So amazing story, tons of features within there. Some of the stuff that we've got in the game is just, once again, we're not in just Raccoon City, we're not just in Africa. This is forward on a global scale, so you're going to be seeing tons of different environments. Characters are going to be traveling all over the world fighting the sea virus, huge monsters and bosses as well. What's also cool, you can play this game online, co-op, offline co-op. It's one thing we really work on. We have a new experience called Crossover or Story Intersection Mode. So at key moments, you'll have Jake, Chris, and Leon's campaign kind of going independently. But at key moments of the story, maybe it's a boss fight, maybe it's a part where there's like a huge plot element happening. We actually cross over, so Leon's game and Chris's game will cross over and actually play together online with 2 other people playing those chapters. So neat little experience there. Another thing we've got is we have character skills. We have new systems in place, such as character skills, which allow you to level up your character over the game. You're picking up skill points as you defeat enemies, clear levels. You actually be able to level your character the way you want. With that, we also have a new control system as well. So one of the biggest things that people kept asking us over and over and over, they want to walk and shoot. So it's not a run and shoot. You're not going to be gear war running all over the place and just shooting. So it's a very slow walk. What we give you the ability to do as well is dive, you can duck, you can dodge. So definitely, it's more, it feels survival. Like if this guy's swiping at you, you'll be able to dive down, take out his legs and go stomp on his head. So it's pretty versatile. It's really cool. I definitely want you should give it a shot. Some of the cool things that are also in the game, we're introducing vehicles for the first time in the Resident Evil franchise. A couple vehicle segments. Mercenaries is back, one of my favorite modes. Essentially a store attack mode. What else are here? All new enemies, so pretty much every single enemy in this game is the same. If you want to count the zombies, sure. They're sea virus zombies, so it's new. But tons of new enemies in this game. Like I mentioned before, we have the Joabos, which essentially are kind of like a special infected, where depending on you shoot them, so you shoot their armor off. A mutant zombie, like a crazy arm will come over there. You blow their legs off, maybe the wings will pop out, they'll start flying away, you shoot people while they're hanging upside down with these wings. So it's a little bit different gameplay experience every time you play, because you're not probably going to shoot them in the same place. From there, we have chrysalids, zombies, huge bosses as well. It's a huge staple in the Resident Evil franchise. But yeah, Resident Evil 6 is going to be, it's actually on store shelf right now for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. PC's coming very soon. Check it out on Capcom for news for that. We do have a demo at our booth. If you play, we've got ESA flashlights and exclusive posters just for you guys. If you actually don't get time, maybe a one-day pass, we also have a demo on PlayStation and Xbox Live for free. So I definitely recommend you guys go check that out. And that is Resident Evil 6 in a nutshell. With that, we can pass it to Bob to it. We'll tell you about the lost fun in the group.
My pleasure. Talk a little bit about Last Night in the Break. To kick things off, let's take a look at our most recent trailers. For those familiar with the brand, 3 has a lot of stored true please. And for those that are new to the franchise, Last Planet 3 is actually a prequel to Last Planet 1. It's a good time to really get introduced to the series. This is a return to extreme conditions, and you'll find yourself in the most inhospitable environments in Game 3. You take control of Everyman, Jim Payton, who struggles to survive in hopes of bringing money home to his new family. Mysteries unfold as he realizes things are not really quite what they seem. It's a slight change in atmosphere, slight change in gameplay. There's a good variety of gameplay in this game. You have your third-person action, as you saw there. As you get into your massive utility rig, actually becomes into more of a first-person perspective, and the gameplay changes as well. As you upgrade your rig, yourself, the gameplay will evolve as well. Being released on PS3, Xbox 360, and PC, Last Night makes its return in 2013. We are showing 2 different builds right now at our booth. Come by and pick up the poster. We also have a really cool, very nice glow-stick emergency lights, I guess they call those. If you want to deeper dive, we have a really good panel coming on Sunday with 2 producers from Capcom as well as Park. So we go very deep into the game, which should be really exciting. So take a look.
I'm Corey, I'm the product manager on DMC. Less talking from me, more action from the screen. Here we go.
The demons are amongst us, Dante. They are enslaving mankind. The world is asleep, brainwashed, helpless. We're fighting back. I'm with an organization called The Order. Heard of it?
Something to do with that masked freak on the net.
That's my boss.
Wonder if
Fantastic. So, just to dispel a few myths, this is a rebirth and a reimagination of the DMC universe. So, we're not in prequel territory, we're not in sequel territory. The example I like to give is Batman Begins or Casino Royale's completely new, fresh take on all things DMC. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's nothing that you're not going to be enjoying from the previous elements of the franchise. So we're still staying true to all of those key pillars. So you're still going to get all of that great aerial combat, still going to do all the great combo chaining, you can still get hold of all those triple S rankings that I know you're going to get hold of, which is absolutely key. But at the same time, we've added a ton of new stuff. So the new characters that you've seen in the video, Kat being one of them, she's a member of the Order, which is a vigilante group who, with the help of Virgil and Dante, are trying to take down the demon empire that controls the world as we know it. So we've been teaming up with Ninja Theory. I'm sure some of you guys might be familiar with some of their work before, so on Enslaved and on Heavenly Sword. They are the masters of storytelling, and this game is no exception. The story is absolutely fantastic. I'd love to give you real intricate details of the story, but I would spoil it if you don't buy it. So please do. We have another panel on Sunday at noon in room 1A23. We're going to have some really juicy reveals. We're going to have some new content to show you. We'll also have some guys here from the production side of things, very similar to Lost Planet 3. So don't miss that if you get the opportunity to do so. Follow us on Facebook. Social media is really cool. I hear it's the place to be. So we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and I'm sure you're all intelligent people and you can find us very, very easily. The game's out on January 15th on Xbox 360 and PS3. We also have a PC SKU coming later down the line as well. And please come by our booth. I've spoken to hundreds and hundreds of people. I'm sure there's many of you in the audience that say, yeah, well, it's not the old Dante, is it? It's not that great anymore. But you're wrong. Absolutely wrong. I encourage each and every one of you to come down to the booth and play, get hands-on with the game, and if you don't go away completely satisfied, I was going to say I'd give you something I don't know to give you, but you won't be disappointed, I assure you. Game's out 15th of January, you can pre-order now. There are some great pre-order items from Best Buy, from Amazon, from GameStop. Pre-order those right now. Keep sorting the job. I'm going to pass you on to Lily. She's great, and she's going to play away some more interesting stuff too. Thank you.
You guys are all sure you must. My name is Lily. I'm here to bring you Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. We're going to watch a video and then I'll give you some really, really cool features about the game. great features in that trailer, and I'll explain a little bit more about it. First of all, the game has more than 200 quests in it. It is one of the biggest Monster Hunter games that we're bringing into the U.S. It is coming out on 3DS and Wii U in March of next year, simultaneously. What you saw online is that you can actually play the Wii U and the 3DS together. So if somebody has a Wii U at home, your friend has a 3DS, you guys can be in the same room and connect up to 4 players can go on a hunt. Now 3DS fans can also get together locally and go on a hunt, and then Wii U players can go online and play. Now if you have a copy of the Wii U and the 3DS, you can actually play, save your data, then play on your 3DS, go on the road, come back and save it on the Wii U and interchange back and forth. So we're really, really excited about this game. We also have Street Pass for the 3DS. You can change gift cards. You can actually locate other hunters by turning on the system and letting it search. If they're in your neighboring area, you can find other hunters. We're really excited about this game. We actually have both versions of the games here. We have the Wii U and the 3DS here. We have 4-player 3DS going in our booth. We have one Wii U station there. We also have a Monster Hunter room. It is E101, and I encourage all of you guys to go and hang out with some of your fellow hunters, talk about the game, see it in action. We have set up 2 tournaments, one that is happening tomorrow and one is happening on Sunday. It is first come, first served in the Monster Hunter room for the 3DS, and you can actually win copies of the game, the new game, when it does come out. So please, if you are a fan, go there in the morning at 10 when the doors open, sign up, and I wish you all luck. And I hope that you guys get a chance to come to the booth. We have Monster Hunter t-shirts we're giving away for anybody who tries out the game. We also have posters that are available for you as well. Last but not least, remember me. I know I saw many of you walking around these lovely little Remember Me pins. For those of you who don't know anything about this game, this is the brand new franchise that Capcom is releasing. It will be coming out in May of 2013. We're going to show you a trailer, and then I will talk you through a little bit about the story of Remember Me.
Son's first words, a lover's last words, a lover's kiss, a father's deception. There are no secrets anymore. And if remixing a single man can change a man's life, then changing a single man can remix the world. That was my job until someone did it to me.
Why did you leave? How do I know I can still trust you? Alright, my memory! What was my real mission?
So, for those of you who haven't heard Remember Me, it is a third-person action-adventure game. It is set in the year 2084 in Lyon, Paris. We have our hero, her name is Dylan. Some of you may have seen a cosplayer walking around dressed as her, and if you do see her, please take a picture and put it up on Facebook. Dylan is a memory hunter. In this world, in Neo-Paris, there's a new company by the name of Memorize who has created this technology that allows you to share your memories. That means sharing your feelings, removing memories out of your mind and sharing them with other people. Or if you have a really bad memory, removing it altogether and no longer, you don't feel the pain anymore. Well, Nillian, as a memory hunter, she has the ability of not only sharing memories, but changing your memories or stealing your memories. Because she has so much power, she ends up being wiped. She wakes up in a prison and she doesn't remember what her last mission was. So now she's trying to figure out who's behind all this, what is going on, and what her real, true last mission was. And she goes, you're going to be taking this journey with her. We're really excited about this game. We're partnering with a company by the name of Don't Studios. We have a panel tomorrow evening at 6:45 in room 1A12. Sorry. Our panel is tomorrow evening. We have our director here. His name is Alexi. He is actually a Marvel cover artist as well. He's going to walk you through the game and what the game is about, how the concept is, all about the concept art. We also have our producer there, and I urge you guys to come and take a look and see some of the really cool exclusive concept art that he's bringing in. Thank you. 1A21. We also have a poster signing on Sunday. Alexi will be signing a poster between 11 and 12 in our booth. So I encourage you guys all to visit. And please follow us on Facebook. Remember Me Gang, this is a social, it's all about social media, so we really want you guys to get on Facebook. Follow us. We have weekly updates. We have new artwork coming up all the time, and we'd love for you to be able to follow.
All right, thank you, Leslie. Thank you, your fans, and really appreciate all your support. We look forward to seeing you all next